Greetings, the title of this video is Priorities for 2024, and I do hope that this video might give you encouragement for you yourself to write out priorities for this year. My suggestion is for you to prioritise your spiritual, emotional and physical health, and to also, possibly just me, prioritise your connection with your Creator, with Christ. To me, that should also be a high priority for anyone. If you don't have a relationship with your Creator, then prioritise that, because your soul is the most important priority. If anything, salvation of your soul. The next then would be how you cope with a foreign world. That should be next priority. And prioritising yourself so that you're a strong vessel, that you'll be able to help others then. Because if you do the opposite, which I did, you end up suffering from severe burnout. So focusing, reading scripture more, studying scripture more. This is just my project for 2024. Eat more healthy food, eating at least 3 meals a day, eating like 2,000, trying to at least eat 2,000 calories of food a day at least, hopefully. Exercising more, building up more muscle strength, doing more lift my arms like this to gain a bit more muscle, more push-ups and things. So prioritising exercising, doing the soccer, and praying, prioritising praying, reading books, and the YouTube channel, prioritising the YouTube channel, and whatever priorities as well, personal priorities I have for 2024, I won't mention in this video, but my main priority though is just my physical, emotional, spiritual health. I will do channel updates once a month, and same way existence update, which is just a brief a little glimpse of summary of what I did in the month, and in that set month. It's very important to prioritise your year, because you want to be someone that doesn't set priorities and just lets things just go fly past you. That is an indication of someone that doesn't have a growth mindset. They're very just content with just letting things fly by, and things, and a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years go past, and they're exactly where they were, exactly where they are. Now if they're content with that, then okay, but then that individual can complain then that you have people who don't set priorities for themselves, and these be the same individuals then that will complain about everything else around them. So they'll blame everyone for their life choices, or they'll blame everyone in the situations that befell upon them, yet they never like set priorities or set plans in place anyway. Because at least if you set plans, you fear them, that's one thing, but if you never plan anything and then complain about it, then that's a totally different thing altogether. So you have people who often, it's because it's one thing of course writing out like a plan, but unless your heart is an intention and desire to actually attempt to fulfill that plan, it's somewhat pointless for you writing out the plan out in the first place. Because many people like to have like New Year's resolutions, which I quite funny, because it's just like, oh, my New Year's resolution this year is say give up cigarettes, and the person doesn't, or give up alcohol, and these New Year's, it's just like the build up thing, and it just like collapses down very well. Because unless you have the will to make that change, it's best for you not like to boast about it. Like that's why I'm very cautious whenever someone comes up to me and they have like set priorities for themselves, and I wait for like a week or so and to see, because I don't really take what people say, because people often boast about things like, oh, I'm going to give up cigarettes, not realising the whole fight of has complete willpower of that, because it's, yeah, they must have the will or desire to quit. Otherwise it's like they often boast, I've been off like cigarettes for a week, and then they go back on it, and then they say, I've been off for 2 weeks, and they go back on it, and it's usually to get attention, and just get like people to give them positive affirmations back of, look, I did what I achieved, I went off cigarettes for a week. I personally myself would be more, consider more achievement if they went off it completely. But that's just me. So it's very important to set your priorities for 2024 or whatever year, but more importantly, it has the desire and the will to achieve it. Just first to see that what you need to achieve those priorities are these priorities achievable for where you currently are at the moment. Because like having like high goals, I always say always start off with small goals in a day, and there are small victories. Something as simple as washing the wheel, cleaning the floor, or clean the apartment. Just small little goals. Just to set small little goals and then work your ways up. If you like set like a big goal first of all, it's much harder to achieve that big goal unless you kind of have those little victories and will, and that will then will build up and things, and then you create more momentum. Then if you get knocked down, it's just the willpower to get back up again. So yeah, my priorities for 2024 is to prioritize myself. So I see how that goes, because it's something that it's it's something that I've never really done before, but it's very important, because if you don't prioritize yourself, it's going to be very hard for you to prioritize others. And that's the truth. That's some realization that came to truth. Also, setting boundaries is very important. If you don't set boundaries, it's very important. Setting priorities is very important, but your priority of prioritizing yourself is necessity in order for you to prioritize others. But you must also prioritize yourself in the reality that you're limited of what the time, energy, resources that you have, and therefore it comes to having the wisdom of how to use the time, energy, resources that God gives you, of how to be more creative as you can. I would say prioritize yourself, invest in yourself, and that way then you'll be able to have the wisdom then to be able to help others then. Because you can't help others unless the people around you are willing to be on board, because otherwise you're just throwing things down the hole, as I would metaphorically say if you're like pouring yourself out completely for somebody and they have no intention at all to change or help the situation at all, it takes its toll on you, and setting the people around them are willing to help them. Yeah, so very important to set priorities, but more importantly than setting priorities, to attempt to actually achieve set priorities. So that my priorities for 2024, prioritize myself, and at the end of the year I'm gonna maybe do an update video, I see, God willing, and see how 2024 went. Anyway, thanks for watching this video.